hey, let's talk about investing in retirement. Let's talk about the myths that we've seen over and over again. And with everything on the internet, we seem to see these types of myths pop up literally on an hourly basis. So the first myth that we see a lot about is that, hey, once I retire, I can get completely out of the stock market and I don't have to worry about anything. Probably not true, because you need to account for inflation. That is certainly a silent killer of many people's retirement needs. You need money for the rest of your life. So 20 or 30 years, things are going to certainly be a lot more expensive, and many folks need that type of growth for part of their portfolio. Another myth that people come up with is that they can time the market. I just need to pop in and out of the market at the right times. And we all know that simply doesn't work. Nobody has successfully done that for a long period of time. Many people miss the upside while being on the sidelines. And the third myth that we see out there is that I can continue to work. And while you may want to work, you love the social aspect, the extra income is certainly going to be handy. Many people get sick, they get ill, they cannot physically do their job. Their spouse needs their attention, their kids might have a health issue, etc. Maybe your employer doesn't like you anymore, they go out of business. So you certainly can't count on that one. And then many people think that bonds will always be safer than stocks. And that's simply not true. We found out, 4 or 5 years ago, that both the bond and stock market went down considerably, a considerable amount at the same time. So bonds certainly not always safer than stocks. A well-diversified portfolio is certainly a great idea. And then finally, you might have heard of this 4% withdrawal rule. What does that mean? Well, you can safely take out 4% of your portfolio and not have a fear of running out of money. But there's something called sequence of returns, meaning if the market is down considerably for the first couple of years of retirement, that can really hamper or literally make you run out of money in a few, 12, 13, 14 years. So that withdrawal rule at a fixed amount every year simply doesn't work. I know many people have heard these types of myths. Many people still believe in them. But let's have a conversation to make sure you're not going down the wrong path by perhaps believing in one or two of these. I look forward to that conversation.